Greetings tubies, welcome back to my channel, One Pagan. This video today is going to be about reasons for becoming Wicca, or to start your journey on a pagan pathway. I could think of reasons and list them all day long. Instead of that, I am going to take and give you some very well thought out and established reasons that Margaret Adler put in her book Drawing Down the Moon. For those of you who haven't read the book, I highly suggest it. It's a great read for any witch, pagan, druid, contemporary pagan, student of the occult arts. Very, very good read. Anyhow, I'm going to list 6 reasons that she mentions in the book. The last reason, and I'm going to go through them backwards for whatever reason, because that's just how I am. Freedom. To me, this is the number one reason, even though she's got it listed last. Most people turn away from the major world religions or monotheism and Christianity because there's too many rules, too much of a structure, too much dogma, too much if you do this you're getting punished for eternity, and too many constraints on a person's mind and soul. So freedom is probably the number one reason why people end up turning to paganism or alternative religions. And in that freedom, you're free to do as you choose. You're free to be yourself. That's probably the biggest thing, is that you're free to be yourself and embrace who you really are and your true spirit. Another big reason is environmental responsiveness. Many people who join pagan traditions are environmentalists. Their religion is based around the earth. Nature worship, deities from that exist in nature, that are nature. They believe that we're all one with nature. So a lot of people have become pagan through activities centralized around environmentalism. So that's another big reason. Feminism. Huge part of paganism right there. Most world religions, especially Christianity and monotheistic spiritualities or religions, the male is almost always the Godhead, and 90% of the time all of the prophets are holy people. In their texts are men. The men have the power. The women are on the very bottom of the rungs. So in paganism and Wicca, it's the complete opposite. Usually some traditions don't even have a male god, and it's exclusive goddess worship. And if it's not, then there's usually a fine balance of male and female energies, where you have a god and a goddess. Even with the triple goddess, there's usually a male, but the female aspect is much more appreciated and has a lot more say-so or power or place in Wicca and paganism. So females feel more comfortable or accepted or empowered in pagan paths and traditions such as Wicca. Growth is another reason that Adler has listed here, and that can be any type of growth. Of course, obviously, mainly spiritual growth, but physical and mental as well, because you begin eating differently, your diet changes, your thought patterns change, and you grow in so many ways, especially in spirituality and in wisdom over the years. So growth, people feel stagnant in their religion that never changes. That's been the same, practically the same since its inception. such as Christianity and Islam or Buddhism or whatever you have, Hinduism, Judaism, all the isms. There's very little room for involvement or growth. So growth is another huge reason that people tend to become Wiccan or pagan. They want to grow, and that goes back to the first one we listed, freedom. So intellectual satisfaction. This is one of my favorite ones. There is definitely some intellectual stimulation and satisfaction in the seeking process, as well as the practicing process of being a pagan or a Wiccan. There's so much that you have to learn. There's so much that you have to unlearn. And then after you unlearn, you have to go and learn more. But it's not just a memorizing of facts. It's a true search for knowledge. So, you're putting in a lot of effort, but you're getting out true gems and pearls of knowledge that are going to allow for you to act with wisdom in the future. So that's a huge reason for me, is intellectual satisfaction and stimulation constantly. It hasn't stopped since since the word go for me, and that's been quite a few years now. Being a Gemini, I tend to get into a lot of things and get burnt out real quick and move on to the next one. But this is something that's been going on for years and years and years with me, and I'm still just as stimulated or satisfied intellectually as I was from day one. And that may be why a lot of people referred to and still do refer to a lot of the occult religions as mystery religions, because there are some things that there are no definite answers for, and it comes down to your own judgment, your own knowledge, and therefore you have a never-ending quest and seeking for answers and truth. And then the last one that I'm gonna mention, which was the first one that Adler actually had listed, is beauty, vision, and imagination. And I can see how that could be very, very true, because so many pathways and so many traditions and occult practices centralize around vision and imagination, focalizing visualization onto certain things and manipulating and directing energy, for various reasons, whether it's meditation or ritual, casting a circle, or healing. There's so many things that you need to have visualization for, and if you don't have an active or colorful imagination, your visualization skills are going to be quite lacking. So those two go hand in hand, and beauty goes with it as well. She threw that one in there because beauty adds to everything. Appreciation. If you add beauty to your imagination, then your visualization is going to be that much better. Like from right here to way up here. And how much do you think that's going to affect your energy work or your spell work, or the difference in how powerful or magical of a circle that you cast? So yeah, those three go all hand in hand: beauty, vision, and imagination. So those are the 6 reasons that Margaret Adler had listed for reasons to becoming a Wicca. And I used them for a reason. I could have came up with my own list, but I thought that these were some really good reasons, kind of obscure or off the beaten path, if you ask me. Not the first reasons that most people would think of, but nonetheless very, very, very accurate and true, at least to my experience and in my opinion and perspective. So I'm going to wrap this video up because it's about to hit 10 minutes, and I really trying to keep all my videos under 10 minutes. Thanks for watching my video and checking out my channel. Appreciate any likes and comments. Many blessings to you guys. Peace.